Hello friends, here we are at Disneyland Paris. You'll see the Disneyland Paris Hotel directly behind us, which also acts as the main entrance for the park. We are so unbelievably excited. We just finished up Walt Disney Studios. If you did not see that vlog, go check it out. It was the last vlog we posted. And we cannot wait to share our experience at Disneyland Paris Magic Kingdom with you. Disneyland Paris definitely wins Best Entrance Award. This is awesome. Merci beaucoup. We are officially inside Disneyland Paris. So we mentioned this in the last vlog, but we'll mention it again here. This is Disneyland Paris's 25th anniversary. It opened in 1992. We love that we're here for the 25th anniversary because they have lots of special things going on. But also, last year we were at Disneyland for their 60th anniversary. So we get to knock off 2 big anniversary celebrations in about 18 months.
There's the castle.
We are just now starting to get a view of the castle.
Look how gorgeous.
That is awesome. So you'll see there is City Hall on the left. Kind of the great square that we're so used to with all of the parks. And it feels familiar, yet totally new. Sherry, initial thoughts?
It's so cool.
Since this is our first time at Disneyland Paris, we are going to City Hall to see if we can get first-time visitor buttons. We're not positive if they do those here, but we're gonna check and see. So they don't have the first-time visitor buttons, but they do have these Je Célèbre, which means I'm celebrating, which is honestly even better. And then he just wrote first visit on there. Disneyland Paris, first visit celebration buttons. Sherry already has her on. How awesome is that?
So fun.
And right in there you'll see Minnie Mouse. She's in her Disneyland Paris 25th anniversary outfit. That's cool. And this is what they call the Liberty Arcade area. So it's just off of Main Street and it actually cuts kind of behind. So Main Street would be over here to the right. These would be all stores. So this is kind of an alleyway that cuts inside behind all the stores. One of the first things I noticed right here on Main Street, look at how much room there is. There's like so few people here compared to Disney World or Disneyland. In those parks on a sunny day, there's not room to move. There's so much room here. Here we are in the courtyard right in front of the castle, and I'm just gonna say it. I'm sorry, Disney World. This is a better castle for a couple reasons.
It sparkles.
One, it does sparkle. You might not be able to see that in the camera. But two, just the setting of it. Like it feels natural, like there's a water feature to the left, just like grass hills. You get to walk through it. There's a dragon below it. Yeah, I said dragon. So this is over to the left of the castle as you're looking at it. See, there's paths all in here. The castle above us. Look at how cool this castle is. So you can kind of start to see some of these sparkles there. So we are directly in front of the castle in this little round looking area. That's where the dragon is. We're gonna go show you that next. Just the green grassy areas, the waterfall. Yeah, I do think this is the best Disney castle that I have seen. Sherry, don't be scared.
Coolest feature of any Disney castle. That was amazing.
A dragon?
What?
Are you kidding me? A dragon? Yes! So we walked below the castle to see the dragon. Now we are walking right through the middle of it. And not only is there a dragon below the castle, there's stuff upstairs we can go explore in the castle as well. All of the stained glass. inside the castle, looking down on all the people walking through, or as I'm currently calling them, my peasants. I think this whole castle thing is going to my head. And then you can walk out here on the balcony, overlooking Fantasyland. I'm not positive they call it Fantasyland here, but I'm gonna call it Fantasyland. Sherry, do you feel like a princess?
Yes.
Good. So, is that Chip and Dale? Nope. It's Tic and Tac here in France. That's just weird. On a hot Paris day, we decided to get some good old-fashioned French. Okay, well, it's from Vermont, but it's still delicious.
And cold.
And cold. So the first ride we're gonna do here in Disneyland Paris is the always loved, often loathed, It's a Small World. I love it. Some people do not because of the song. Here's the queue for It's a Small World. Quite a bit different actually than Disney World for sure. Sherry, how was Small World?
Great as usual.
You love that ride, don't you?
I do, it's cute.
I like the ride. Halfway through the song starts like, I feel like I'm starting to turn into like a zombie, like it's a small world. Like they're programming me to do something. So far we're okay, but. So we're about to go on what is their version of the Storybook Land canal boats. You know, we've actually never gone on these. I think both times we've tried, they've been closed or down for refurbishment or done for the night. So we're excited to go on the Paris version, which is called that.
So that was really fun. We've never done it before, but there's also different things here. They have like Peter and the Wolf that you don't have. They have a bunch of stuff from Fantasia.
I thought it was interesting they had Wizard of Oz.
They did have Wizard of Oz, that was fun.
Which Sherry said was an MGM creation. So Disney bought MGM, so they can have that here.
Yep.
And there's the pavilion that teacups are in, obviously a classic Disney ride that they have here at Disneyland Paris as well. And now we are leaving Fantasyland and we're heading to Discoveryland, or as we call it in America, Tomorrowland. And we are just now getting our first look into Discoveryland. One of the things you'll notice here is the Jules Verne-esque look of everything, a very steampunk kind of feel, which honestly I think is awesome. So we just stepped into the Hyperion, which is a large, almost like cafeteria, but also in here you'll see their seats, a large stage, looks like they're showing a video. That's actually kind of a cool way to double use a space. This is the outside of their Space Mountain. A little known fact, of all the 5 Space Mountains that exist at Disney parks, this is the fastest one. And also a great example of that Jules Verne-esque kind of style. It looks awesome. Eva. Here's the Astro Orbiter, or Disneyland Paris calls it the Orbitron, which I actually think is a much cooler name. Back over there is our Autopia, and there again, Hyper Space Mountain. Here's a cool look at that in the sunshine. It definitely looks cooler than any of our Space Mountains, or Hyper Space Mountains. This is cool. You can see the Hyperion airship, the back side of it coming out of the Hyperion. So the next ride we're going on is called Buzz Lightyear Laser Blast. I think back home it's Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin. Last time Sherry and I did this, I crushed Sherry, and we'll see if I can do so again.
Energize a secret weapon. Our mission is to find his robots and his secret weapon and blast them.
Sherry has her gun. Are you ready? Let's see who wins. Oh no, I'm losing. Don't you beat me, Sherry. Oh no. You guys, look how close this is. Oh, this is serious. This is serious. Look it. I took the lead for the first time.
I don't like this.
Now we're just spinning in circles. Woo! Well, ladies and gentlemen, Sherry was up to the lead at first, but I stormed back for the win, Sherry, for the win. So one thing that we've noticed is even the posted times, when they say something's gonna take 30 minutes, it does not. Been in some Disney parks where it says 30 minutes and it means 45. If they say 30 minutes here, it probably means 15 or 20. Is it really a trip to any Disneyland park if you don't get a Casey Jr. hot dog? I would argue that it is not. So now we are gathered here around Main Street at Disneyland Paris. We're waiting for the Disney Stars on Parade Shines Bright for our 25th anniversary. It's a special parade for the 25th, so this will be cool to see. Well, I'm glad to see this fad has caught on with kids around the world and not just in the United States. Thanks a lot, YouTube.
Stars on Parade!
The Disney Stars on Parade 25th anniversary parade. Sherry, what did you think?
It was really good.
Super, super good. Like the floats were amazing. Of course, Disney always does parades. Oh, awesome. That one was great. Favorite part?
It was completely different. Although Maleficent was the dragon in Fire.
That was my favorite part. The dragon. I also loved how, so we talked to you about it in Discoveryland, how there's kind of this steampunk feel. And even the 25th anniversary, like the artwork and stuff, they're going with is steampunk. And it was that way through the whole parade. I just loved how that feel. The dragon was like a steampunk dragon that breathed fire. That was awesome. That was amazing. And I just want to point out how good of a husband I am. Halfway through our day at Disneyland Paris, and we're stopping and sitting for a little bit, and I'm giving my wife a foot massage. That there is what you call love. There's some official Frontierland teepees. You guys, I gotta say, so far, Disneyland Paris has been amazing. Walking in the main courtyard, here's the Lucky Nugget. You'll see Big Thunder over there. Welcome to Thunder Mesa, little ladies. And all the Western buildings. And then there's Sherry. Since you have so many Disney ears, I think we should do a trip where every time we change the land we're in the park, you change your ears.
All right, you have to carry the bag.
I'm not carrying the bag. Now we are going to the Haunted Mansion, but it's not the Haunted Mansion. Here, it is called Phantom Manor. See, I told you, why don't you just believe me? Look at how cool their building looks. Young children may be frightened. And also not so young Sherry's.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
Good job. So the only time we've done this ride was when we were at Disneyland in California for Christmas. But it wasn't...
It had the Nightmare Before Christmas overlay.
It had the Nightmare Before Christmas overlay. We love Nightmare Before Christmas, so it wasn't scary for Sherry. Sherry is scared easily. So we'll see how this one goes.
Silence, s'il vous plaît, silence, please.
Hélas, les choses ne sont pas toujours ce qu'elles paraissent. N'ayez pas peur.
Si vous restez toujours assis,
So Sherry, first time on the official Phantom Manor. Oh, the lighting here is great. No, not scary. Did you like it?
Yeah.
Did you like it better when it was the holiday overlay at Disneyland?
Yes, because I love Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, so did I. The Nightmare Before Christmas overlay, if you have not done that, you have got to do it.
Really cool.
That was great though. How many paths do you ever see at a Disney park where you are literally the only people there? This is pretty crazy. I'm not complaining. Oh, there's other people. Hey look, there's Tick and Tack again. And I'm pretty bummed out. If you can see back there, Pirates is closed. If you watch this vlog, you know Pirates is my all-time favorite Disney ride. I was hoping to do it here, but it's been closed for several months. It'll be closed for several months more. Next time we're in Paris at Disneyland, I will go on Pirates. But this time, if I tried to go on it, they'd probably kick us out of the park forever. Well, back home we call it a Dole Whip, but I guess a floating pineapple whip works as well. And that was Adventureland. We were just coming through. Super cool entrance there. And as we come back out in the middle of the park, there is the castle again. So we just got dinner. Sherry got the chicken strips and fries. I went with the falafel sandwich and fries. And then they came with like a coconut tart and ice cream bar. And we got 2 waters and 2 drinks. So, bon appetit. Also, we are learning that mustard is not a thing. Apparently, we always get ketchup and mayo. But at least with ketchup and mayo, you can mix it to make fry sauce. I know some of y'all know what I'm talking about with fry sauce.
What are you doing?
Just filming you as you're dazing off.
And dazing off.
So one of my favorite things about this castle is all of this green space around it. Like, there's so much green leading up to the castle, it just feels like that's how it should be. Sherry, how's your Disneyland Paris day going?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. It is so strange seeing movies in other languages. Moana, Vaiana.
So another difference between the parks in America and here are that there's no Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique here, but you can buy all of the dresses and the accessories in most of the stores here. They just don't have like the hair and makeup kind of thing that they do in the States. They do have a 25th anniversary dress. How cute is that? See, this is outside that same store. They have all the different princess dresses. They have accessories. There's Adam. And the 25th anniversary different dress, actually, with a cape. Look how cute that is.
We were walking by this little courtyard and just happened to peek over to our right. And look what we found. How awesome is that?
So awesome.
Sherry, would you rather have this or your Nissan Versa? Or your Nissan Versa? Or the Versa? You'd rather have that?
The princess carriage.
And you're a princess. Alright, so if you've been watching our Paris vlogs, you know the symbolism of these locks. This is hilarious. Sherry just noticed that this is a wishing well here in Disneyland Paris. And there are a number of locks, even here. Dang it, I wish we would have brought a lock.
I know.
If you don't know the symbolism, go back and watch all of our Paris vlogs. Our next ride of the night, we're going on Peter Pan's flight. Here we go, Peter Pan's flight.
A little scary for me.
Look, Sherry, we're flying over London. It's Neverland, Sherry. It was great. So the sun has set. I think that's the last ride we're going to do here at Disneyland Paris, because we are gonna go get a spot in front of the castle for the fireworks in about an hour. You can see the lights around the park starting to come on now that it's getting dark.
So you can see Main Street is all lit up. Looks beautiful. And the castle is glowing pink. I don't know if you can see that. I'm trying to zoom in here. They have it all lit up pink. How pretty is that?
And now, Disney Illuminations. Pour chaque année, soleil à l'esprit. Une âme d'enfant qui demande celui to dream.
attraction water show dreams is over. Main Street is all lit up, and we are ending our day at Disneyland Paris. Goodbye, awesome castle and awesome park. We will see you again next time. It doesn't matter what Disney park you're at, the mass exodus after the final show of the evening always looks the same. So it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. Somehow we navigated the transportation and made it back to our hotel. We are what I would call Disney drunk. It's that feeling after an amazing day at Disney, but when you're so exhausted and all you want to do is go to sleep.
And sore.
And sore and sunburned. It was like 80, 85 degrees today.
And we did not plan, we did not bring any sunscreen.
Oh, yeah. So we are exhausted, but today,
So much fun.
amazing. Like to get to go to a place that you never thought you'd get to go, it was perfect.
It was beautiful,
Yeah.
and it wasn't very crowded. I mean, compared to the other parks we go to.
Yeah, we'll probably do like a Disneyland Paris wrap-up video, like a review video sometime in the near future. But for now,
We're going to bed.
We're going to bed. Good night, you guys, and we'll see you with the next vlog.